What's up guys, my name is Grant Hatcher. Today is March 8th, 2026. This is for my week 3 assignment for SDI FTT 114. Today we're going to actually be doing the mold for the firearm. So first off, I'm just going to start with everything you're going to need. Clear. First thing you're going to need is your mold or your firearm. I don't have a mold for this, so I'm going to be using my Glock 19X. Make sure you have a mag for it, empty mag. So that's what we're going to be using this whole to base the mold on. Next thing you're going to need is your Kydex sheet. This is what the school sent me, 2 of these. Make sure you have a rough side, shiny side. Then you'll need your J-hook attachment. This is what I'm going to be using for this holster. Comes with rubber grommets and the screws as well. We also have some extra pieces, eyelets, spacers, stuff like that. And depending on the type of retention you're going to be doing, you'll need a hand setter tool as well for the rivets. Then you'll need a rotary tool. This is the one sent by the school. It's just a Wen Dremel, has an extension, and then a little parts kit. Has like some sanding pieces, polishing wheel, cutting wheels, stuff like that. And once again, you'll need clamps. Got the small and mighty and the long boy. Painter's tape for the mold for blocking. You'll need wooden dowels. These are 1/4 inch, 12-inch piece dowels. And then assorted tongue depressors. Got some really small ones, some larger ones, and some medium-sized ones. These are all going to be used for blocking off the firearm. You're going to need some type of knife. I just have DeWalt razor blade, pretty standard. Then you'll need sandpaper. So I have my electric sander, 80 grit, 320 grit, and 1000 grit. I realize these are large jumps, but this is what I have right now, so that's what I'm going to use. Next, you're supposed to have polish. I do not have polish. I'm just going to run with soapy water and do the best I can. Then you'll need a infrared thermometer, like this one. This was sent by the school. Then you're going to need a drill. I just got my regular drill and my adapter once again. This part isn't necessary, but you can use it if you have one. This was sent by the school. It's just a heat gun, or you can use an oven as well, or both, depending on how you need to adjust the mold once you start pressing. You'll need a pair of gloves. These are just regular leather working gloves to be able to handle the Kydex once it's heated up, because you don't want to burn yourself. You'll also want some blue Loctite for the screws once you're ready to complete the holster. Last but not least, if you're gonna use an oven, I'm just using a regular oven because I don't have a toaster oven. So you're gonna want a pan and some parchment paper. And that's everything you need. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with blocking. All right, so we're gonna start by building all the areas up. I already did this, but I'm gonna go and do it again. Clear, clear. If you're using a real firearm, make sure you have an empty magazine in it to avoid warping. Just continuing to build that area up. All right, now we're gonna heat our oven between 330 and 360 degrees. We're just gonna go with 350. All right, so our oven's at 350 degrees. Got my baking sheet, parchment paper, and Kydex. We're gonna place this in. We're gonna check it every 4 to 5 minutes. Then we also have our gloves and our thermometer. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. We're gonna check it, making sure not to let it warp. Okay, so at about 300, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer. All right, so it's been about another 5 minutes, so we're gonna check it again. We're at about 346. So now we're gonna take this over to the mold press. You want these, since this is going to be a fold over, you want the shiny side facing up. All right, we're gonna let that set for about 30 minutes. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and unclamp this. And here's what we got. All right, so as you can see, probably could have made this a little bit slimmer right here. But it's got the optic, it's got the iron sight, it's got the mounting area. Okay, optic still works, light still works. It still fits. It's good. Good evening. My name is Grant Hatcher. Today is March 8th, 2026. This is for week 4 assignment FTT 114 holster lab. I'm going to be cutting and finalizing my holster. All right, so we're going to start drawing out our cutouts. All right, so we're going to start with that, and then we'll continue as we go. So we got our general markings. We're going to continue this as we go. We're just going to get the rough cutout for now. All right, now we have our rough cut, and we're going to do a rough sand, and then we're going to drill our holes. right, so here's our pilot holes. All right, so we are just test fitting the G-clip first. Okay, so far so good. All right, so we got our screws pre-fitted. I'm gonna test our retention. A little bit loose there, we'll fix that. But we're gonna sand it and finish it up. So this would be the step where you polish, and you would mix in polish with some hot soapy water. I do not have polish, so we're just gonna go with soapy water. See how it goes. All right, got it polished up, or polished up. We're just gonna throw some Loctite on these screws. And there is our holster. Whoa. There. Well, that was an adventure. Definitely a learning experience. I would say it's okay for my first holster. Definitely not something that I will be selling. I'm gonna work on it a little bit before I get into that. But can only go up from here. So